What's up guys, Boss here, and in today's video I'm going to be playing another grand challenge. I'm currently 8-1 right now, so a really good start, and I'm going to be using, as I like to call it, an infinite spam deck, because every single card in this deck for the most part is going to be used to apply pressure constantly throughout the match. I mean, the Skeleton King, obviously when you activate his ability, tons of skeletons which are going to bait spells, and you have the Fire Spirit, Wall Breakers, Bomber, Skarmy, all these cards going to bait spells from your opponent. Oh yeah, and the Goblin Drill. Goblin Drill, you're going to be obviously playing on the towers almost every time with a Bomber at the bridge to pair with it, or with Wall Breakers, or with a Fire Spirit. So everything you're spamming at the bridge. The Skarmy, I mean, you're going to be using on defense sometimes, but it's actually going to indirectly help you on offense because it's going to give the Skeleton King souls. It's going to fill up his bar, and then you can activate it, getting so many skeletons. Tesla is really the only card in the whole deck that you're mostly just using on defense the whole time. Everything else, full aggression, which is why it's a spam deck. So before we head in the first game, if you guys would like to support me, you can use my credit code BOSS in any Supercell game. Really do appreciate all the support from you guys. It does mean a lot. Also, I wanted to say I'm 5th in the world right now, so maybe if I can get to 1st in the world tomorrow, maybe I'll stream it or I'll do it off stream. I'll show a video. I don't know what deck yet, but I was using the Archer Queen Royal Hog deck that I've already made a couple videos on. Unfortunately, I can't use a lot of these decks in Grand Challenges on ladder because I don't have all my cards maxed, like the Skeleton King and the Golden Knight, but that's why I'm doing a lot of GC videos, and I know a lot of you guys are playing GCs because the search time for Grand Challenges is much quicker, and I noticed that, so hopefully you guys are enjoying these Grand Challenge videos. I honestly think the gameplay, once you're at, you know, like 8 or you know, once you get to a good amount of wins, it's still good gameplay, even though, you know, you guys might prefer ladder, I don't know, but honestly, a lot of you guys might like Grand Challenges, because I think some of you guys, like me, don't have every single card maxed. So, anyway, very, very interesting start to this game. So you can see, he went full aggressive, and I basically did the same thing, but we got the better exchange of that because I managed to defend his Sparky push pretty successfully there. Skarmy there on top of the E-Wiz, it'll get a little bit of chip, but because his King Tower is activated, it won't get much, even if he doesn't do anything. Yeah, only a little bit of damage. So overall, really solid start to this game because we, you know, have the advantage at this point. The Sparky pushes, though, I will say, are going to be a little tough to defend, so that's going to be kind of nerve-wracking, but I definitely think we can do it. We just need to pre-place Teslas and probably use our fireballs on defense. Also, guys, please subscribe if you guys don't want to miss any of my content. Would really appreciate that. So we're just going to go for a Tesla here. And then I think we could probably go for a Fire Spirit to bait out a Sparky shot, and then maybe the Bomber will lock on it. Yeah, it does. So I guess that's good. It's going to chip away a little bit. And let's see. We're going to go Wall Breakers here to okay, we're definitely not going to be able to defend this, so I'm going to go Skarmy here, and maybe we use a Fireball? Yeah, okay, we're fine, even though he took my tower, we're okay, we're in double elixir now, and you guys might be thinking, double elixir, wouldn't that be better for Sparky? It's actually better for cycle decks, believe it or not, because Sparky, for whatever reason, is very strong in single elixir. But then once you get into double, it just gets tremendously easier to defend. What we can actually do is cycle a Fireball on it, cycle 2 Fireballs on top of the Sparky. That's a pretty good play that, you know, a lot of people, you know, might not be aware of. So we're going to go for Wall Breakers here to pull back the Mini P.E.K.K.A. And as you can see, really solid defense there for us. I'm going to go for a... Oh, I meant that I'm not gonna lie, I meant for the Sparky to I meant for it to shoot the King Tower, not the Tesla. So that wasn't good. And look at that, we do distract the... Nice, look at that distraction there. I realized we gotta use our Skeleton King ability more. I don't know what I was doing not using it earlier, because as soon as I just used it there, it got a ton of value. That Sparky is going to connect. Yeah, this is... I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of annoying. Way harder than I anticipated it to be. So I'm gonna go Skarmy here. Let's definitely activate these King's ability. It's going to help defend everything. And then let's go for a drill here, it will distract the Sparky and then go for a fireball here. And look at everything coming in. We actually, with that, almost, I guess, come back, technically. We'll just go for a Fire Spirit here to take that out. And then I'm going to go for a drill. We'll go Skarmy here, and then Wall Breakers. Hopefully we can get at least one of them to connect. And we actually... Oh, both of them connect! We'll go for a drill here. Tesla. Skarmy. Fire Spirit at the bridge. Bomber. Okay, we don't get any damage, but we're already back to a drill. Our cycle's really quick, 3.0. I'm going to go for a fireball with this drill. And, okay, Sparky in the back, that was not the play from him. Because even if we don't take the tower here, he just wasted 6 elixir. We just have to get to another fireball, and we're able to get the win. Really, really intense game there against Sparky. I didn't even play that perfectly. There were definitely a couple mistakes I made, like that Tesla. I played right into a Sparky shot. But you know what? Looking at my King Tower, if the Sparky ended up shooting my King Tower, I would have lost. So maybe in the end, it ended up working, even though I thought it was, at the time, a mistake. It ended up working out for us in the end. But anyway, 9-1 right now. We found this next game pretty quickly here. So, all right, yeah, that game was crazy. We both had an extremely aggressive deck. Let's put it that way. Like, this deck is, like, aggressive, but his was too. I mean, Sparky, that's, you know, that's extremely aggressive too. So, he's got the Mother Witch. We got Fireball for that, so we should be fine. We're actually going to get some nice Goblin Stabs in there. We can go for Wall Breakers right here. Let's see if he has anything for them. He's going to do the Incase, so maybe he... Okay, we have Skarmy, and he just used his log. I don't think he's going to be able to... I don't think he can do anything here. Watch this. The Skarmy's going to kill this, and then we can go Drill, go for a Fire Spirit, and then probably go Wall Breakers, honestly. Maybe I should have played them in the... No, I don't think he's... Yeah, he wasn't back to his log. Never mind. So those Wall Breakers were perfect. Negative trade, 4 for 2 from him. And this is exactly what this deck is about. Like, it puts them in uncomfortable situations because it applies so much pressure they can't really get a push going. Like, he tried to get an RG push going, and that RG did nothing. I mean, except waste elixir for him. So let's see what he wants to do here. He's going to go for the Fisherman. We might unfortunately just have to let this die. I guess it already got a decent amount of value because it helped defend a Ghost, but let's see what he does here. If he doesn't spell here, then yeah, we don't even need to do anything. I mean, the RG, yeah, it gets one shot, but that's not that bad. I think here I'm just going to go Drill in the opposite lane and go for Wall Breakers and Skarmy on this Ghost. I wanted to do that to try to force a log out of him so that way he can't log the Skeleton Army. And as a result, that worked out perfectly. He might try to pressure with an RG now, knowing that I just used my Skarmy, but we, of course, still have the Tesla, so we're fine. He also doesn't have Lightning. He's got Fireball, so he's not going to be able to... He won't be able to, like, break through the Tesla extremely easily. So we can actually just Fireball this, and he's going to log. So maybe we go for our Skarmy now and activate his ability, and then go for a Drill. And look at this, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the Skeletons piling up here with the Drill. I mean, the combination is absolutely absurd. We can just go for Wall Breakers to kite back that Ghost, and then go for a Fireball on top of that. He is going to log, so we do got to watch out, go for a Skarmy here. But he just went for an RG right into a Skeleton Army when he doesn't have a log in cycles. So, I mean, he did go for a nice Electro Spirit, but now we're going to pressure because he just wasted a lot of elixir. Going for Wall Breakers here. He has to Fireball, which is a negative trade. And let's see if he does anything else. No, the Goblins are going to get a little bit of chip damage. But this game is relatively close, so we got to be careful. That was a very aggressive RG. I don't really agree with that play because this defense should be really easy for us. The RG is definitely not going to get any damage. We could actually do some split lane pressure here. We can go for Drill in the other lane. Okay, wait. Let's actually first Fireball this. Do we get the ability off in time? Oh, nice. We get it off just in the nick of time, so that's going to help deal with that Ghost. And he's going to ignore the entirety of that Drill in the other lane. So that is a very, very risky play from him, and I don't think it's going to pay off, unfortunately. He tries to go for a Prediction log on my Skarmy, but I didn't play it. And because he just used his log, let's definitely go for a drill here with wall breakers, and this might be game here unless he defends this properly. Let's see. So, okay, Fireball does come in. That's a huge negative trade for him, so even though we didn't win the game, I would say overall that was definitely great for us. We can just cycle our Skeleton King here, and then go for... Okay, let's just play it safe, go for Fireball here. I know we probably could just start cycling drills and fireballs on his left tower, but I think we should play it safe. And plus, we're already back to another Fireball anyway. I'm going to use it here on the Ghost, and maybe that's going to push it away so the Goblins can get enough damage. Oh, but look at the ability. I mean, either way, I don't know what tower is going to fall first, but one of them is definitely going to fall soon. Anyway, Fireball is going to do enough. King gets activated, doesn't matter. GG. Nice win there against RG, which is obviously one of the most popular decks in this meta. Very, very interesting that he isn't using it with the Archer Queen, which I think is way better than I think he either had, he was Mega Minion or, he had Mother Witch, yeah, so I think he should have used the Queen instead of one of his support cards, because the Queen is just broken. Anyway, we'll go for Fire Spirit at the bridge here. He's going to have the Golden Knight, so the Golden Knight, very, very strong. I think it honestly might be almost as good as the Queen. I can't tell between them which one is better. They're both just so good. We'll go for a Bomber here, and I'm going to consider activating the ability. I don't know if I will. Let's just actually do it because we're full on Elixir. Alright, it's going to pretty much go to waste because he's got the Electric Spirit, but I guess that's alright. I mean, we're full on Elixir regardless, so why not? So he's going to have Expo. That could be a little bit of a problem since, well, I didn't have my Skeleton King in cycle there, but luckily that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, he only got a few hundred damage. So the key in this matchup is definitely going to be saving my Skeleton King if possible for the Expo, but also right here, I think I'm going to try to apply a little bit of pressure. Let's see if he has any good counter to the drill, because he probably doesn't have a Valkyrie since he's got the Golden Knight. Which means, yeah, we definitely can try to take advantage of that, but I still think this... I still think this matchup, unfortunately, is going to be relatively hard just due to him having an Expo, which I don't have great answers for. We're going to have to try to use our Fireball on it every time. I think that's our best bet. And if we can even go for, like, maybe Fire Spirits to, like, whittle it down. So he's actually going to go for a Tesla. I don't know if that was a great play because that's going to give me a lot of Fireball value hitting the Expo, too. And he's not going to have a lot of Elixir now to support the Expo, meaning we take it out easily. No point in activating the Skeleton King's ability since it's already pretty much dead for the most part. But I guess in this case, because he was so aggressive, let's go aggressive ourselves here, setting in a Drill and Wall Breakers. He is going to go for Skeletons to predict, but that's not going to be enough without a log, so he had a log anyway. And let's just go for a Tesla here, set up defense. We have a small lead, so we can chill. He's, again, going to go for a Tesla very, very aggressively. I'm going to Fireball here. I guess we're going to go... Okay, he tried to go for a prediction there. Let's see. Can I get a Tesla down? Okay, nice. We do get one down, so the Expo won't lock on our tower. That got a little scary there, not going to lie. Let's just pressure with Wall Breakers, I guess. And this time the Tesla will immediately die to the Fireball since it's already been damaged slightly, so that's good for us. I'm going to activate the ability, I guess, here, and we'll just have to try to, if we can, do everything to prevent that Expo from locking on. I might even have to overcommit with a Skarmy, unfortunately, just because that was... okay, anyway, let's pressure here. I go for a Drill, and hopefully... Okay, so we activate the King Tower, we get a tiny bit of damage... But he's going to get a little bit of damage himself. We might have to try to, like, pre-Tesla, maybe, like, to predict or something. Unfortunately, we don't predict it. Okay, defensive Expo comes in. Let's Fireball on offense here. I know he just played an Expo, but I feel like we have to, because if we don't, we're not going to be able to get damage, and you can see he has a lead, so I got to be really careful about that. We'll go for Bomber here. And I guess I'll just set up a Tesla just to, there we go. We actually, oh, he went Golden Knight in front, rip. Okay, let's go for a Drill here. yeah, we got to try to do everything we can to keep up the pressure, but at the same time play defense. So this is certainly not an optimal situation, to say the least. I'm going to just... Okay, that's kind of annoying, because he just went... Okay, I just realized we have the lead, so... can we try to, like, keep it, maybe? Okay, the Expo isn't going to get any damage, but my gosh, that Firecracker is obnoxious. He just used the log on... Ah, rip. Yeah, it was a tough matchup, but, it's kind of close. I knew from the beginning it was going to be hard because I just don't have anything for the Expo. Like, I mean, I have Fireball, but since I don't have Log, I can't really, you know, and, like, multiple cards in my deck, like, just don't get that good value, like, against, like, Expos. Like, it was so difficult for me to defend. So I think, like, overall, I did a pretty good job. It was just unfortunate that I couldn't, you know, couldn't defend, and... Yeah, too many, like, small Expo locks that were honestly hard to avoid. But, you know, like, I can't say I played it perfectly. I mean, I think I did play it very well, though. But, yeah, I mean, it was hard. It was hard for sure. I'm just going to go split Wall Breakers here. He's going to go for a Ghost and a Bandit. So I guess we can just go for a Tesla pre-placed here. We can go for a Fire Spirit like this to pull the Bandit. And the Tesla should be able to... Okay, never mind, because he went for a Zap. So we'll go Skarmy here instead. And yeah, but I don't think, the thing is, Expo isn't too good right now anyway, so it's not something you need to worry about too much, because it's not really, like, meta. So we're going to go Bomber and Skeleton King here. So yeah, it's just going to be, as I said, like, P.E.K.K.A, obviously. So we'll go for a Fireball, I guess. And then I might activate the ability, I gotta think. Yeah, let's do it, actually, because, yeah, I knew, like, he'd have to spend a lot of Elixir. I mean, it's annoying for him. I mean, and he decided to... Look at that. Look at that. And it wasn't even at full bar. Like, I think it was less than half of its... It only collected half of its potential souls that it could have. And we already... Like, that... Okay, that's ridiculous. I'm going to Skarmy here. He is going to zap that, but... Alright, the Wall Breakers will prevent that P.E.K.K.A from... getting anywhere near my tower, so even though it didn't stop the Ghost, it's still not the end of the world. I'm going to drill here into the Bandit. It's going to protect the Bomber and force an additional response out of him. If he doesn't do anything else, he would, yeah, probably take some damage. So he pretty much wasted that Uwiz. I mean, it gets a little bit of value, but probably not the value he's looking for the, you know, for the 4 Elixir he spent. So I'm going to go King in the back here, and he's going to go P.E.K.K.A. So what I'm probably going to do is try to protect the Skeleton King with the Skarmy, and then if he zaps, activate the ability. That's kind of my game plan right now. So we can just go for the Skarmy like this. And also, by the way, we could pressure the opposite lane here because I'm pretty confident in my ability of defending this just because the Skeletons are going to distract the P.E.K.K.A so much, and he's also going to have to respond to the other lane, and yeah, look at that. So easy to defend. This matchup is definitely really, really easy for me. Drill decks in general do really solid against P.E.K.K.A, especially decks that have, like, Skarmy. I mean, Tesla, too. It's hard for him to get a Battle Ram through because I'm always going to have that in cycle. My cycle is just so much faster than his, obviously. He's going to go for, it feels almost like a Desperation P.E.K.K.A, but I feel like he has to at this point because he hasn't really gotten any damage, and I don't see him getting any damage, you know, for the rest of the match, assuming that I play well for the rest of the game. So we'll just go for a drill here to apply pressure, and then go Fire Spirit at the bridge. We have stuff going in both lanes, so this is looking really good for us. I can't activate the ability because he just went for an E-Wiz on top of it, but that drill in the other lane, I think that is going to be Fireball range. Yeah, that is going to be GG, so nice win there. Going to put us at 11 wins. This is it, the final game. Hopefully we can get the 12. Last video, I remember I got 11 wins. I was 1 game away from the 12, so hopefully this time we get the 12. We can close out this GC. Fingers crossed we get a, you know, a good matchup and we play well, and we should be fine. So I'll go for Fire Spirit at the bridge here to pressure. And, alright, so he's going to go Ghost, so who knows? It could be P.E.K.K.A again, but it could also be, you know, like any kind of bridge spam deck. It could also be Mega Knight. Mega Knight can obviously be a little bit more difficult to defend, but it's honestly not too challenging because you can do Tesla and then you can do Fire Spirit in front of your King Tower and it'll actually activate it, which I'm sure a lot of you guys probably know already. So here I'm just going to go for a Skeleton King to distract that Bandit and then go for a Tesla here on the Ramrider. We should be fine. And then I may activate the ability, but then again, it's not going to get much value, so I don't know if there would be any point. Okay, well, actually, good. I'm glad I didn't activate it, because he decided to waste an E-Wiz on that anyway. Bomber fully counters the E-Wiz, at least, yeah, it does. Okay, so he's gonna go. We could actually Fire Spear, because I'm pretty sure it'll still make it to his tower in time. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, never mind. It was close, but I should have known it wasn't gonna make it. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Why? What? Okay, come on now. Come on. Come on, boss. Can't be doing dumb plays like that. It's alright. I'm just gonna fireball this, I guess. Oh my. He just played and he was into the fireball. Well, that we're saved because of that. If he didn't do that, I might have been screwed. Okay, good, and he didn't even activate the Queen's ability because he was too focused on those wall breakers. Perfect, so we just got saved. So, like, I made a mistake. He kind of messed up. I mean, definitely not a good E-Wiz. I'm actually going to pressure with a drill here because why not? He doesn't have his Ghost in cycle, which is probably his best counter to it. I mean, Ramrider is decent against it too, but it's, I mean, you know, it's an overcommitment, so I'd take that over that. He might have a Lightning. That's why I was getting ready to Fireball if he had it. So we can just go Skeleton King. Like, honestly, we can go into the P.E.K.K.A. with it because, as you saw, the Scar Me is just going to give it a bunch of souls. So, I mean, it's perfectly fine to do. Here, I'm just going to Fireball to push the Queen into the opposite lane. And then let's activate the ability here to try to help take out this P.E.K.K.A. I'm going to have to probably go for Scar Me on the Queen because more likely than not... Oh, I thought he would activate the ability. I'm kind of surprised he didn't. I guess he's playing this very, very passively, as you can tell. So we could go for wall breakers here to try to pull back the Bandit here. And that wall breaker will actually connect if he doesn't do anything. And it actually is going to connect. Let's go. So we'll go for a Skeleton King here on top of this Bandit. And I guess we'll go for kind of a high Tesla because I'm, you know... Oh, well, that didn't work out because he actually activated the ability. But... it looks like we're fine anyway. I'm just going to go for a Fireball here on top of the Queen. This time he's not going to play an E-Wiz into it, completely wasting it, unfortunately. So we'll just go for a Bomber here. And maybe Fire Spirit can make it there in time because the P.E.K.K.A.'s a lot slower than a Ghost. Yeah, it would have, and it forced a Bandit out of him. So kind of like the last game, I feel like with perfect defense, he should not be able to break through, so we should be fine. We're going to get all those souls here, so definitely going to activate the ability. He's going to go for a Lightning, so we might actually have to go for a Fireball on that Ramrider with the Bomber, going to fully mitigate it. And then we could actually go for a little bit of opposite lane pressure here, knowing that we have all of that jazz in the right lane. It's going to be a little troublesome, most likely, for him to defend both. You see, he actually is getting a little overwhelmed there, and he was a little bit unsure of what lane he wanted to defend, so he kind of ended up, let's see, he kind of ended up taking damage. So in this case, we're not going to activate the ability. We're just going to go for, he just used his Lightning, so he's not going to have it. We could actually pressure the right lane now. It's usually good to pressure the other lane that your opponent's going in when you're using a deck like this. And one of the wall breakers is going to connect. So yeah, he is really struggling right now. And is he going to activate that Queen ability? It looks like he's not going to. So I noticed this guy is not playing as many Queen abilities as he should be. That is the one thing he should be doing better. But with that being said, it is definitely a pretty solid matchup for me. And yeah, it looks like we're going to be able to get the win here, get this 12-win GC. So we redeemed ourselves from last video where we only got the 11, I think, as long as we don't throw in the last second here. Yeah, we're perfectly fine, have a good lead, damage in both lanes, and that is going to be GG. We're going to get the 12 win here. I hope you guys did end up enjoying this video. I think this is a solid deck. I think it's pretty fun to play. You know, if you're looking for a deck to just, you know, spam, pressure, aggressive, the whole game, then this is probably going to be the deck for you. So there we go, guys. 12-2. Not too shabby. Just had that one loss against Expo, which I don't know. In my opinion, Expo is kind of tough, but I don't think Expo is that good in the meta. Just because I don't know. I think Expo doesn't do very good against Golden Knight, and I think Queen. I mean, the Skeleton King, though, I don't think it does the best against Expo, in my opinion. But, you know, he also played it pretty well. Like, I can't complain that much. And we got the 12 anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, there we go. No champion from the chest, unfortunately. I don't know if I'm going to do this. I probably will, just to get the, see the book there. And, man, when is this global tournament going to start? I don't know, guys. Like, look at this. This is start, like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess this global tournament is starting later this season. But anyway, this is the deck again. Make sure to like the video if you guys did end up enjoying it. Subscribe if you guys aren't subscribed already. And thanks again until next time, guys.